contribution during the time of this program. And at the end of the program, we gave them badges. I think Mara Meref is here, so had some points. She got, a paid internship at Tublian here with us. We have some other people. I think I've forgotten the other lady's name. She also is in the I think she's in the US. We have someone in the US who's also doing an internship with one of the mentors in the US. We have someone in India. And we have someone here in Nigeria also. So we have like three people who are doing like paid internship after the last internship program. Um, those were not just the only people that made it to the end, right? So we are happy to have you here today, and we're happy to help you make this very important decision, take this very important step in your career. We You have made the right decision, and I want to congratulate you because we had a lot of people that applied for this position, for this internship, and then only a few made it to this point where we are now today. All right, so the first thing first is that I also want everyone to go to the chat box and type emerging developer, because this is what I mean. I've heard, I think it was Isaac who was saying something, and he said a junior developer, a junior developer. It is something that we're trying to correct, right? So I want you to say it. I am an emerging developer. We won't like it when people say, we don't say junior at Tublian because we don't believe anybody is junior. So this is what I mean. I'm going to make a very simple analogy before we move to the next thing. So let's say you get into tech this month, and then for the next 6 months, while you are learning, you are contributing to open source. While you are contributing to open source, you are contributing in different languages. You are contributing in Python, you are contributing in JavaScript, you are contributing in Java, right? Now, imagine you apply for a role, right? And there's another person who has been in tech for 2 years, and the person is there and has only been working in JavaScript. Now, if you look at these two people, one has worked in one big company, has been doing one thing for like 2 years, and you have been contributing to the different open source projects, working with people from all over the world. Now, who do you think is the best person and the best fit for the role? Now, people can always say, oh, this one has stayed longer, and this person has just stayed for 9 months or 6 months, for example, 6 months. The truth is that the person that stayed for 6 months contributing to open source, learning different programming stack, working with different people all over the world is the most qualified person for that particular role. And that is what we've looked at. And we said, no, we shouldn't say people are junior because nobody's really a junior, right? So, boy, instead, can say that you are an emerging developer, which means I am yet to be discovered. You are yet to be discovered. You are already a developer. You are just that some people have not discovered how amazing you are, the kind of work that you are doing. But then there is no barrier to anything. So you are a developer, an emerging one. All right. So just before we move into the other things we have for today, I would like Nilanjan to come in and give us, just talk about a little bit about Tublian, and then a little bit about what we are building at Tublian, and what the internship is all about before I come back to do the other things. So thank you very much, and you are welcome. Thank you for turning up. Hi, Nia.
Hey, Precious. Thank you so much. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. All right. Hey, welcome to this internship. We started this last year with a kind of a crazy idea. What if we do something like this? Because there might be a lot of materials and free YouTube videos out there teaching you how to contribute to open source, but we haven't found anything that kind of walk people through the process, because open source is just not coming in, contributing to one project and be done with it. It's a huge ecosystem. There are lots of interesting things goes on, culture, communities. So we thought we're going to give you kind of a comprehensive overview. If we do this right, if we have done our job right, after 4 weeks, I'm pretty sure you're all going to turn out to be a different type of developer, because there's going to be an immense learning experience. So the idea of Tublian was always what Precious said about emerging developers. We started with a huge mission and challenge that we want to challenge the idea of years of experience. I think in the age of AI and all the disruption going in the industry, I think we have an opportunity that we don't need to spend years and years hustling to figure out and become a great developer. I think there are shortcuts and hacks we could do. So you can think of Tublian as you're hacking the system platform and faster way to become a great developer. Then our mission is obviously to software being a equalizer. We want to give everybody an opportunity to succeed in their career. Um, but I will say one more thing at the end. This is going to be an interesting journey. So I really, really encourage you guys to have a commitment to this. Sometimes this process is going to feel very, very difficult, especially from second week onwards. And that is not intentional, but it's how the real world works. So this will be an interesting exposure for lots of you for the first time, that how a real software development works, how people really build a software that getting used by millions of people. But believe in the process, spend enough hours. There needs to be a commitment from your side. But if you do that, we have a huge support system that we build around you guys. We have group of mentors. Some of their open source projects are in the loop, so you can directly talk to the project owner who has that open source project. We're gonna have a weekly setup call. You have Precious, me, and everyone in the Discord community. Be part of the Discord community if you have not already. Here to help you and support you, but you also have to put effort. If you do that into the 4 weeks, I guarantee you there will be lots of interesting opportunities opening up for you. That's it.
All right, all right. Thank you, Nilanjan. Thank you very much for that, short intro. Yeah. So we have the other things that we are supposed to do, right? So all right, yeah. Thank you very much for those reactions. Thank you. Yes, standing perfectly. Yeah, that was supposed to do that. So if you can, please, can you add more reactions? Let's appreciate Nilanjan for that. All right, so I think the next thing we want to talk about is the next thing we want to talk about is the Tublian dashboard, right? So everyone here has a Tublian dashboard, right? So if you don't have a dashboard, you can raise your hand on this call, and then we can quickly look at it. If you don't have a dashboard, just raise your hand on this call and we can quickly look at it. But I believe that from the point you click apply for this internship, you automatically got a Tublian dashboard. And so far you connected your GitHub, you have what we call street cred. Now, I know we had a lot of people asking questions, what is street cred and what is that and what is that? I'm going to give an explanation here, and I'm also going to drop a link in the chat box for those that want to learn more about street cred. Right now, yeah. So Adewale, I can see your question in the chat box. Yeah, we'll get to the point of questions. So we take all the questions one after the other. That's why I and Nilanjan are here. Right. So we are going to for our Tublian dashboard for everyone from the point you clicked apply for this internship, you automatically got a Tublian dashboard. So you can quickly go to tublian.com and log in to see your dashboard. And when you log in, you are going to see what we call street cred, right? Now, I have dropped a link to an article, a page on our website that explains street cred and what even it is. So with street cred, the general idea for us is
मीटिंग
that
चल
we
रहा
as
है
someone
इंटर्नशिप वाला
that
माइक बंद है देखो
that junior developer that I explained at the beginning, who
ये
has
ओनर
9 months,
उसका बढ़िया
sorry,
बढ़िया बात
the
बताना पड़ेगा
emerging
मीटिंग
developer I talked
क्या
about at the beginning, who has 9 months
वही अब
experience,
खत्म करके
who
आते
is
हैं या बीच
looking
में दे दो
for applying for the same position with the other guy who has 2 years experience. But we know that in terms of doing real work, the guy with 9 months experience have done real work, right? And this guy with 2 months experience have just been working in a company, have just been doing the same thing for the past 2 years. Now, how should this guy, the 9 months experienced guy, the 9 months experience there, prove to hiring people that, oh, I can do this job, I can get this job done. So we thought about it and we created what we call street cred. So it is actually short for street credibility. And we're saying, oh, on the streets, I've picked up these skills without even working for a company or even going for a boot camp or so and so thing, right? Just by contributing to open source and building things on my own, I've been able to build credibility. And this is what my credibility, this is how much credibility I've been able to build. And that is that particular number that we have there. So when you go to your dashboard and you're seeing street cred, don't panic. It's fine. It's a number, right? And then what happens is that if you connect all your social accounts, you connect your GitHub, you connect your YouTube, you connect your Twitter, you connect your LinkedIn, we are aggregating all your activities. Because why? When you make that amazing tweet, oh, 2 ways you can contribute to your two JavaScript open source project that you can contribute to in 2023. You make that tweet. It is part of the experience for you. Oh, I understand this and I've taught it to other people. You should be rewarded for that. When you make a post on LinkedIn that says, oh, for example, oh, this is what I just learned about C++ today. You should be rewarded for that. And that's what Tublian is doing. We are watching all your social media handles, we are watching across board. So far you've connected that to your Tublian account. We are watching and we are giving you scores based on your activities across board. Like it is even down to the point when you read articles. So when you read articles, if you go to Tublian dashboard, if you're looking at a dashboard right now, you're going to see an explore page. When you read an article, you should get a point because yes, it's part of learning, right? So if I read an article about open AI, which means yeah, I understand AI works, I should be rewarded even if it's 5 points, right? And when recruiters are trying to recruit me, they should also see that as part of, oh, okay, this guy is reading articles on a daily basis, right? So yeah, these are the things. This is what we are working, and that is working on, and that is why we are giving you street cred, and that is what the street cred number stands for, right? Now, on your dashboard, there are so many things. We also have opportunity. Maybe I should show my own dashboard. Yup, yup. Sorry, I'm trying to share my screen. Oh, I don't know how this works. I was trying to give someone control to help me, with admitting people, but okay, here it is again. Alright, alright, alright.
Precious, you want me to share my screen?
Can you?
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
please. You should. You should. I
Okay.
think you should. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Yeah,
Uh,
Christine, that's it. We want you to feel unstoppable. Yeah. Yeah, that is what we want you to feel. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So I can have less things to do here.
is it visible, my screen?
Yeah, it's visible. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, so
Yeah,
street
yeah,
cred,
maybe
just
you
read
should.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah, read about it. If you have any questions, let us know. I mean, we fundamentally believe in building in public because the world that we are heading to, your online presence going to become more important than your, unfortunately, real world presence. Because everything that's happening can happen in online will happen online. So the goal of street cred is to kind of make you discoverable. Because think about it: if I can't find you, how can I give you opportunity? So that's the kind of the chicken and egg problem that we're trying to solve. But since it's an internship onboarding call, I'm going to focus on this open source internship. Assuming everybody can see this card, only people who have access to internship usually gets this card. So you'll have it. This is one way. Another way you can go to internship is from the sidebar here. If you click to internship, both of the links will take you to the same place. When you click this, obviously you're going to get this sort of a training curriculum for 4 weeks. Now, 4 weeks is a limit. We'll come back to the questionnaire at time because there is a Christmas and Happy New Year coming. We'll talk about that schedule a little bit. But ideally, our goal is to kind of objective is to finish that in 4 weeks. So every week is designed into two parts. One is that you're going to get some learning materials. This is our collective experience doing open source. I used to be an avid open source contributors. I was one of the lucky few which I used to get paid for doing open source work. So this is my experience from the community. People I've worked with, all this kind of gathered into this blog post. Um, so I would highly encourage you to go through them. It's not a big read. It's usually a one-page, two-page blog post, but it'll give you lots of ideas about how, or the theory behind how open source works, which is kind of important because understanding open source communities, if you understand open source communities better, you will become more successful in this. But anyway, so once you get some learning materials, go through running materials, you're going to have weekly tasks for you. Goal is to finish at least one of the listed tasks. So week one, which you guys are going through right now, if you want, you can do all of them, but the goal is to finish at least one of these. So when I say finish, the way we define finish is our street cred is completely driven by proof of work. You just cannot tell us that, hey, I completed the task. Our system needs to know you completed the task. In this internship, when you finish, most of this task will involve you submitting a pull request. I'm assuming everybody in this call knows what pull request is. If not, there is a learning material here about what is pull request. When that pull request is actually gets accepted by the project, then only you will get the credit. Our APIs will pick that up. We'll get an event. We will know that you have done it. So when you finish a week, your box will turn into green. That's how you know you're done with it. And then you move on to the next week. But we are not stopping you to move on to next week. So ideal workflow going to be is let me know if you have questions around this. So you're gonna so that we every week you're gonna have a task like you're gonna go through this material. If you have questions, you can use our chat bot. This bot is trained on all the open source content. So you can come in and saying, let me try this here live. Well, oops, why can't I type? What is, something is wrong with this. So let's try this, learn about open source. I need to take a look at it, maybe because of the screen recording. So you can ask what is pull request and you'll get an answer from this Tublian bot. So it'll give you a details response. And this bot is trained on books, and we ingest lots of open source book, blog posts, so it's pretty knowledgeable. Okay, so every week you're going to have a similar task. You're going to go through the learning materials. You probably want to love you guys want to have a question and discussion on our Discord channel and contribute one of this task. Every time you finish all that, your box is going to go green. We would know that you have done with that particular week. Sometimes when you submit your pull request to a project, so let's go to the next second week for an example. Second week, our theme is learning about open source community. So when you're working on this task, so for an example, I want to submit to this white repo. It's saying there is a doc related issue. This is a great way to start open source project, fixing a documentation issue. But when you submit a pull request, remember this is an asynchronous process. Just because you submit it doesn't mean it will immediately get accepted. You learn about the community because there's people behind it. That person might be off for a weekend, or that person might be busy with something else. It might take time. In those cases, what we suggest, what my recommendation would be, is that you submit a pull request. If you're waiting for it, don't waste your time. Move into the third week and start working on them. Okay, you don't have to wait to make it complete. because our APIs will automatically pick it up. You don't have to worry about it. So you will mark that complete. That's how the whole process goes. We have set up, going back to the support system, join our Discord community. I'm assuming you all of are there already. Join a specific channel we created. And every Friday, like this, we're going to have a kind of get together call where we'll talk about how your week went, you review any challenges you have. And especially, we have alumni from the last internship and mentors joining the call that can answer your questions. I'm going to pause now and see if you guys have any questions.
Okay, yeah, Christy, your hand is up. You can go on and ask your question. I can see Christy. Then after Christy, we'll go to Oluwa. Yeah, Christy.
Yeah, hi everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, so my question is what if you don't have any knowledge of the tax that you're giving every week? Well, should you will you be my question is what if you don't have knowledge of those tax you are
Yeah.
giving? Like for instance now
Uh,
on the first week you're giving JavaScript but you don't have
you will
knowledge.
not have knowledge. You will not have knowledge. That's the part of this learning process. The reason we do this is, Christy, I will answer your question. Let me give you the reasoning behind why we designed this way. Um, when Christy, when you join as a, or if you're working as a professional developer, you know this. When you join a team, you're probably going to be working with a legacy code base, right? The code base that's already written before you join the team. So your objective going to be immediately familiarizing yourself to the existing code base so that you can become productive. Similarly, most of these projects are going to be very new to you unless you have contributed to them. But in what you should do, and some of this content will explain you how you should select the project. Let's say you're a front end JavaScript developer. You use React, so you kind of know the framework already. So I see React has an issue here. This is repo React bug. Support Palestine, please. So maybe it's an internationalization issue. What we have done here is, we have, remember, one of the things that we do is that we every user get an AI assistant. So we have an open source copilot. What it does is that when you get an issue like this, obviously you should read what the description, what they're trying asking you to fix. Also look at what our copilot is giving. This is your, like a mentor, AI mentor that guiding you. Hey, the issue says remove the issue from the project as is related to the library. Notify the user that issue is not relevant to the project. Close the issue. Okay, that's kind of easy. It kind of helping the issue to clarify, triage the issue essentially. So look at this. That will provide you some guidelines. But most of the time, what you have to do is that when you get issues like this, you have to little bit read about the project, what project you're solving, clone that repository, understand the code base, then fix that issue. Is that answers your question?
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question?
Oh yes, I have a
Yeah.
question.
Go ahead.
All right, so my name is Felix. So my question is, let's say, okay, currently we're in the first week of the internship. So let's say by Thursday, I'm done with the first week of the internship. Can I move on to week two
Yes. Yes.
immediately?
Yes.
Okay, so that means I don't have to wait for the following week before I move on. I can just move on
No.
straight.
No. You. I would encourage you to move on as soon as possible.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
So there is another question.
yeah, I'm there. Am I audible, guys?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I am Anay and I'm from India. And actually, my question is for Niranjan. Like, you just explained the dashboard and all those issues, like how we will be moving in this process.
Yeah.
So I was having a bit of like beginner on beginner level. I'm having experience in open source. Like I worked in Hacktoberfest previously. So what
Mhm.
happened? I just joined Tublian and I was a part of this. Like I'm a part of this internship, and I am just getting a tick mark in the week one. but I haven't, completed this all those assignments given. And I thought the possible reason is like when I joined Tublian, it was suggesting to just contribute that first contribution
Yeah,
related thing is
yeah,
there.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I just joined and I just contributed there. And when I just joined this internship, I just saw that it is as an assignment. So will that
yeah.
be causing any issue related to
No,
the?
no, that means you're kind of done with. As long as you have gone through all the learning materials,
Okay.
and in your case, you're done with week one. You can move it to week two.
Okay, is it a necessary part? Like, I know these things, so is it necessary to go all those all those assignment listed over there, or I can simply move because I know all these things. I have worked in open source previously.
Okay, in that case, you just mark it as complete. We need to
Okay,
know that you just acknowledge that you know this.
okay, okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. Any other question?
Hello.
Yes,
Hello. I hope I'm audible.
yes, you are.
Yes. So my name is Jesse. I'm from Ghana, and there's a great opportunity, I must say. But I would like to know if the I know for the fact, from what I'm seeing here, I also had the same project or task to be completed for the first week. Is it that the questions are randomized, or everyone gets to work on a same project for this internship?
That's a great question. So for the week one, everyone gets the same project. Everyone. Because this is again designed for people who are beginning their open source journey. I realize some of you have already gone through that step. Uh, so, uh, so from week one, everyone gets same, but from week two, project's going to be completely different. The reason JavaScript and TypeScript projects are showing up because I have JavaScript in my profile. These projects are all curated based on your specific interest. If you are a Java programmer or C++ programmer or Python programmer, then your project's going to be all Python related. Does
Oh,
that answer
okay.
your question?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hi, can you even hear me?
Yes.
Okay, my name is Larry from Nigeria. So I wanted to ask, what happens if for some reason your picture cannot be matched? For instance, I have a dial drop profile before now, and I tried creating one according to the assignment I saw there. I got a message that I already have another profile. So for that reason, that particular so what happens in that case? Because I just wanted to make it the second
I
one.
Sorry, I'm having a hard time hearing you. So you're saying you already have a Tublian profile?
No, 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 a bio drop profile.
Oh,
It's one of
Biodrop
the
profile. Okay, now
yes,
you're audible.
bio
Much
drop.
better. Okay, you have a Biodrop profile. I think you're the one of the guy who posted on Discord. That's an interesting problem. So when
Yes.
was the Biodrop profile created? Was that in last 90 days?
No, no, I've created it a long time ago, about a couple of months before now.
Couple of months is still within 90 days. Is it uh,
Yeah,
3 months back?
yeah. I think so. I think 3 months back, thereabouts.
Okay, then it's an interesting challenge because I think we have 90 days window for events. What about the first contribution? Have you done this
Yes, I've done that.
now?
I did it this morning. Yeah, I did it. I
This
did
morning,
it.
okay. Yeah, so in that case, okay, so one of this, you at least have to finish at least one task. If you have done with this and your pull request was merged,
Yes, it was. It was launched.
okay, then you're done with week one. You can move to week two.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome.
I
There
think
is
there's another
another
person. Yeah, there's
there is
another
another
person.
issue I wanted to highlight or think that we
Carla,
haven't.
Carla, hello, can you hear me? Do you mind asking your question? Okay, how about Eka?
Yes, good
Okay,
afternoon, everyone.
yeah, good afternoon.
Yeah, so I observed first of all, nice to be here, and I can't wait to contribute to all of you. So yeah, my dashboard. Actually, the Flutter. I actually have a skill using Flutter. I'm a Flutter developer, but on my dashboard, I'm seeing JavaScript and TypeScript. Why is that so? Could it be an issue with me or it's the system or something? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a great question. Um, so somehow is um, Flutter. I'm gonna sound stupid now, right now, but it's okay. Flutter. I haven't done Flutter. I'm a backend engineer, but the Flutter is somehow related to JavaScript, though, right? It's a front end technology, right? So what our
Yes,
system?
it's a browser development technology framework. Yeah,
Okay. So what language do you use with Flutter?
Dart.
Dart. Okay. Is the Dart is the so I think the way our language families are mapped is that we you're probably falling into the front end bucket, so that's why. So Dart, I have to see how many projects. Is the Dart is the only programming language you're comfortable with? A question for you. Is Dart the only programming language you're comfortable with? Are you guys able to hear me?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
can. I
yeah,
can.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We
yeah.
can hear you.
Yes, I know a little bit of JavaScript, but I'm stronger with Dart.
Okay, okay, that's what I want to do. So the problem, could you DM me on Discord, please? I will need to double check how many projects we have on Dart. This is so the way the mapping usually works is that we are bucketing into a front end. So Dart is related to Flutter, or Flutter is a front end technology. Then we branch out saying, okay, JavaScript as a front end, maybe that person will be willing to do JavaScript. That's how this recommendation works. The way we pick up projects is based on categories and popularities. Let me do Dart here and see what kind of projects we got. I need to double check whether we have enough open source projects on Dart because that could be interesting challenge for us. Because the way we select projects is
Yeah,
that we select
and the
projects
thing
based on
is,
popularities, usefulness, and turns out Python, JavaScript are more popular these days than Dart, so that could be an issue. But DM me, I will find some solution for you.
okay, so sorry, I didn't get the part where you said I should DM you. Am I DMing you on Discord or
Yes,
where?
Discord.
Okay, okay, no problem. Thank you.
Thanks. Um, there was another.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
hi, Ekaraka, your mic is on, and then we're waiting for you to ask your question. You sound like you sound like you're far from your phone.
Yeah, how about now?
Yes, I think you are getting better, but it can be more better.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yes,
All
we
right.
can hear
So,
you now.
all right, thank you very much. All right, so I want to say big thank you for the opportunity. But then, I was trying to wrap my head around some things. I know I joined the call late, so a lot of things might have been discussed and emphasized on. But I just wanted to ask for clarification. So with one tax, I noticed that I could go over them and publish their introductions and just to get people going. So I just want to clarify, like, how many hours do we need, like, on the average, how many hours do we need to dedicate for this particular project per week? Because what I'm asking this is, I'm currently working on an e-commerce project personally, and I'm at the tail end of completing it. And I wouldn't want I don't want I just want to structure my time so I know that, okay, if I have this particular amount of time for this is the amount of time expected for this program, so I can know that I schedule this amount of time for this program. Then secondly, the main question I want to ask is, I heard you talk about profiles are built on what? what you are coming in with, like probably maybe you are JavaScript and TypeScript and Python and stuff like that. How about those that probably maybe they want projects based on JavaScript and Python and C, like something like that. Let's say I can deal with C, I can deal with Python, I can deal with JavaScript. Do I get three times the number of projects, or do I get randomized projects based on these three languages, or do I get to spend more hours, like something like that? That's what I would like to know. Thank you. I hope I was clear, please.
Okay, that's a great question. So time commitment. We struggled that with a little bit in last month. So I would expect 6 to 8 hours a week. Um, First week is fine. First week you don't need that. But second week onwards, you need 6 to 8 hours a week. Sometimes depending upon how what kind of issues you're working on, it could be less or it could potentially become more. But there is a strategy that I want you guys to follow. Um, um, is if you look at this map in here that we do, I'm going to zoom the screen. Probably we should do a better design for here. Uh, there is a theme with how we structure this, right? So we are exposing you to open source. Some of you probably are aware of that. From second week onwards, we really like you to find your community, right? Be that you're a Flutter developer, you want to focus on Flutter projects that in and around Flutter. If you're C or Rust, you're going to focus on Rust related. Find that community, find that type of projects that you're interested in. Then the way you make this faster is that I think it will not be very optimized if you uh, contribute to 4 different repositories in 4 weeks, because that means you're learning 4 different code bases. I think optimized way to complete this is that once you find a project in second week and you like that library framework or whatever doing their mission, maybe that's a climate change related problem, whatever drives you, find that community. And then the goal would be to stick to that community and see if you can be part of the community, help that project, and finally make some contribution to the project. So the quickest way to solve this is that find a repository and make a 3 pull request in that repository. That may save you some time. The second question is, most of this are driven by profile. We try to personalize it because everybody's Tublian experience is going to be very different. Um, are you guys there with me?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm having a bit of internet issues here.
And even
I'm
sometimes the
actually,
home page doesn't load well. I was having issue for nearly 1 hour in the morning session.
you kidding me? Okay, I need to
Yeah.
double check then. Something I pushed. Okay, so another thing that drives everything in our project is your preference, your language preference. If you this is comes from when you onboarded, you selected some language stack, right? That's drive all the features in the platform. So if you don't like it by accident, you selected Scala, you're not a Scala fan, you can always edit the profile and change them. Here is that you can edit the stack. Once you edit them, all your projects and preferences gonna change on your internship. If you have selected JavaScript, Python, and C, your projects here are going to be randomized based on those 3 languages. So you might see some projects using JavaScript. The next one could be Python project, and the next one could be C project. Does that answer your question?
Yes, definitely, definitely. I forgot to add this. Actually, it's great. I'm pretty new to contribute to this open source thing. Probably maybe I might know it, probably maybe it's something I don't know yet. It's just, I'm still trying to get a lot of concepts and stuff like that. So is it like when we choose a repository or when we choose a project, what are we going to be told, okay, look for this or check out for this, or these are the problems that are in this particular project, or these are the issues that are in this, or are we to check for the problem, or are we to start looking for something that might be missing and starts like, how do we get to
Oh,
know how to contribute and what to contribute, how to contribute, like what to contribute and stuff like that?
okay. All right. So this list that you're seeing here are the list of issues. View issue. So I'm telling you, what platform is telling me that White project has a documentation issue because I'm in a week 2, and here is the issue that we want you to fix. Okay, let's talk about this a little bit. So this is the header of the issue. The issue says the library mode section multiple entry points discusses setting that package JSON, but not on the White config. So something is in package JSON, but not in the config file. That's they want to fix. This one shows you the status. That means this issue is open. That open means you are ready to grab it. Okay. This is the description of the issue, what they really want you to fix. Now our co-pilot comes in and kind of analyzes that issue, gives you some helpful tips. Okay, this is almost like a senior dev working with you, creating a task for you. Okay, to solve this issue, here are 2 tasks for you. We also analyze the issue and tell you whether the issue is difficult or easy. Our AI copilot thinks it's a very easy issue to fix. Watch out for this. If you're new to this, if you see it's saying difficult or it's saying hard or medium, maybe you want to avoid that issue. We also do one more thing with this that is very helpful. We want to make sure you contribute to the project, that project is active, because at the end of the day, we want someone to review your pull request because you have done all this hard work to do that. So watch out for this metrics, the systems here. These are very, very important. In this case, the commits on this repo is really good and health of the repo is also good. That means it's a good repository to fix it. Now, for an example, feel like White is your community. This is you're vibing with this. This is it. This is the project you want to be part of. Then you can select this project in here, and it takes me directly to the repo. Let me select this. No, not this. I thought there was a way to. Let me go to back here. Issue 2.5. And if you want to find all the issues related to the projects, you can come to this project page. So this is the Vibe repository. Next generation front-end tooling is fast. It's JavaScript and TypeScript related. It gives you the activity. Like I told you, this is a good project. That means every week 31 PR disappears. So it's a very, very active project. Here is all the issues that you can fix for the repository. Is that answers your question?
Yeah, it did more than answer the question. You explained very well. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry, please, I have a question. You
Sure.
mentioned something just now about here are all the issues that we have that we can solve. Do we have to solve just one, or can we solve multiple?
You can solve multiple, but minimum requirement is solving one.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Anyway, it's
Hi, Niranjan.
Sometimes, yes, go one sec, I'll answer your question. Sometimes, let I will really, really encourage you guys to enjoy this process, please. This is the enjoyment is that working through this is the fun. So in last internship, one very interesting thing happened, and she's working with us in our team now. So she started with one of the issue here. So issue she picked from the internship and started. And typically the process is when you pick up an issue, you guys will learn this. I don't want to share. I want to make sure you read all through this. There is a mechanism how you let the maintainer know, right? Hey, maintainer, I really want to work on this issue. So when she said that, hey, this looks an interesting issue for me, I want to solve. You also can see all the maintainers of the project if you want to directly reach out to them. Okay, we have their GitHub profile here. So reached out, then maintainer said, this is good, but this really doesn't solve the problem. We really want you to automate our entire build process. So one tiny issue she started with and made a huge difference in the project. She took that initiative, built an entire CI/CD pipeline for the project. I mean, those are the opportunities you should be looking out for, because that's truly the contributions we want to drive through this process. So keep that in mind. Enjoy the process. Sorry, I got carried away a little bit. So go
Yeah,
ahead.
someone,
What's the next
no,
question?
yeah, someone has a question.
Yeah, hi Nanjan. So in my profile, I'm not able to add, React as my preference. What is the issue?
Uh, oh, React is not an option though. You have to select JavaScript, and the React will automatically pop up in your
Okay,
suggestions.
okay, gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. We don't
thanks.
allow to specific frameworks, but once I'm pretty much sure if you do that, if that not working, always come to this search, and you should be able to get React in here. Maybe I spoke. We gotta fix this. Oh yeah, there you go. React.js apparently active. So then you can search for React.js project in here, Facebook React, and these are all the React issues.
Okay, so these all issues are the part of the internship, right?
Yeah, yeah. So the
Okay,
way we that's also a good question. Um, so remember when we give you in the internship in here, let's go through this again. Sorry. So you might be going through this projects, not interesting, load more, not interesting, not interesting, load more. I don't find anything. If you don't find anything here that you like, you can always come here and click and go back to this project section, search for the projects you like, want to work with. Like here, I don't know what, I forgot your name. You are passionate about React. You can come and search for React project and pick up. The rule is, as long as we are tracking the project in the platform, you will get the credit. But
okay,
if you
yeah,
find some friends project and you contribute and we don't know the friends project, then you will not get a credit.
right, got it. Basically, any kind of project which is part of the Tublian dashboard.
Yes.
Right, got it. Thanks, Nanjan.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right.
Three
I
more
think,
minutes.
yeah, I think there's someone else that wanted to ask a question. Yeah. I think the lady,
I was
right?
going to ask,
Yeah.
yeah, hi. Yeah, I
Hi.
was going
Hi.
to ask, so if you've completed the tax on your dashboard, does it mean before? I mean, does it mean you have to complete them again? Like you have to go
No,
over them again?
no, you don't. For you, if you have completed week one task, it should say one of week completed already. You can move to the week two.
But is it compulsory to move to week two?
That's
Sorry,
very.
I didn't get the question.
He said, "Is it compulsory to move to week two? Why don't you want to go to week two? Don't you want to finish the process, the internship?"
At least you should take it step by step. At least let's take for week two.
Yeah, you can take your time. You can as well take your
Yeah, yeah,
time.
take your time.
Yeah. So,
Uh,
okay, I don't think there's any other question. Okay, I'm seeing the anonymous coder. I'm seeing
yeah.
Jeffrey. I'm seeing Tech. Yeah. So,
For the internship,
Yeah, hello everyone.
we're just
Gosh.
using the projects from the open source on the dashboard. I'm also part of the internship.
Sorry, can you reframe your question? What's your question? What's your
So we're
name?
using the projects from the dashboard for the internship.
Yeah, yeah, that will work.
Okay.
That will work. In fact, that could be smart too. This these recommendations are usually pretty good. pretty good by your system. Sometimes I get impressed the recommendations I get. So if you feel like it, you can start with this. Uh, the theme is designed specifically that way is usually not um, easy to immediately, hey, I want to write some code. Way to contribute to open source is usually hard, right? Some of those projects are going to have existing code base, undocumented features, and all that stuff. So start gradually starting with fixing documentation issue, maybe helping them triaging some issues, all that um, could become easier. But yeah, you're absolutely free to pick any issues you like from here.
Yeah. All right. So I am Jeffrey. Okay, tech resolve, go on. Tech resolve, go on.
Okay, my question is,
Hello everyone. Good evening. I'm Josh and I'm a student. This is my first time being in this kind of community, though I've
Hi,
actually
Josh.
been a
Welcome.
while in tech. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Welcome.
Okay, so I'm a student. Right now I'm currently at the class, but I'm still uh, waiting before I get back home. So actually, I'm new here and I've not actually contributed to any open source project. This is my first time, so I just
Oh,
want to say
exciting.
I'm really interested into open source and I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, if you put your effort, I'm 100% behind you. We are 100% behind you. So go through this first week gradually. Uh, Start with first contribution, maybe then biodrop, which will give you enough exposure to open source to to get a feel of it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right. Hi, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, you might want to go next. We are trying to round up. So,
Yeah, hi everybody. I hope you can hear me.
yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you so much for this opportunity. This is really, really nice. For those people who are not technical,
Hi, Jeffrey. I think we are
is
struggling
there
to
a
hear you now.
possibility for
Hello. Hi, Jeffrey.
yeah, is it clear now?
Yeah, I think it's better now. Way better.
Uh, okay. For some open source projects out there, is it a possibility to see or to have some open source project in this internship that are related to technical documentation or a peer documentation
Wait,
Yeah.
or anything related to developer relation, I think?
Jeffrey, come again. So you're saying, is there a
So
way to?
I think he's trying to ask if there is a way to have projects that are related to API documentation, or something related to DevRel, developer relations, and all. So I think that is what he's trying to say.
Jeffrey, Jeffrey, I you can help me out. How can we do that? What kind of projects we should include? So
Yeah. So
this I'll happy to work with you. Yeah, go ahead, Precious. Go
yeah, I also just wanted to add to what you said that, Jeffrey, when you see some of these projects, you can just, maybe let us know. We can reach out to the maintainers and add it to our code project base, and then, some of these projects too can start coming out. But then, yeah, we are going to have these projects with time. We are slowly like rolling out, adding some of these projects and all. So if you have anyone, maybe you can just point me to the maintainers. I can reach out to them, or you can just send me the GitHub, the repo URL, and we can add them directly to our project.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
the week two is all about documentation. Look at this. So this project here continues looking for someone to add privacy policy, for an example. So we have a documentation related theme, but not sure about DevRel though. So yeah, let me know if you find an exciting project we should add. I would be happy to add them. One last thing before we close this, there is a also on Discord. We have a Tubli bot with the same feature, uh, so you can ask any open source related questions, and you'll get answers from them. Just FYI.
Yeah. All right. I think Ozemena, can you hear? Are you here? If you are here and your question is brief, can you quickly just ask? Hi, Ozemena, BTBC.
Yes,
Okay. So
yeah.
quickly, quickly. Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
I heard you mention something like we can start up a project right from the dashboard instead of picking a project from the internship part. If we pick a project from the dashboard, how do we notify you to make sure to let you know that we've done something? I mean, within the week. How do we do that?
Yeah. So let's get some terminology correct. So when you look at this card, I want to describe a couple of things. The name of the project is Flex Measures. That's the name of the project. A project and repository is synonymous, right? We use them interchangeably. This is nothing but what you, when people say GitHub project, right? This is the name of the project. A project can have multiple issues. What we really asking you every week is fixing an issue, because you can't fix a project. That really doesn't make sense. So usually what you're doing is fixing issues every week. Now in dashboard, when it comes to dashboard, every week we recommend you some issues to fix. When you fix an issue, our system will know. You don't have to call me or let anyone know. We will know, because when you fix an issue, your PR gets merged. The moment your PR gets merged, we get an event back. And our system will recognize that as an event. It will recognize that you're part of the internship, and it will mark your week as complete. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes. Okay.
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 I have a
Right.
question for the for the projects. Are we just using the picking the projects and then we're doing like code reviews?
Hello. I don't think I get that. Can you ask that again?
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear
I
you
can
now.
hear you.
Uh,
What's your question? What is your question?
Like, I
for
don't think
the
we can.
projects, uh,
For the projects, yeah. When you fix an issue, yes.
are we doing like a code review for the
That's a great,
projects
excellent
or
question. So we don't have formally do code reviews, but that's where the whole community is all about, right? What you can do is the moment you do a pull request, take that link, paste that link on the cohort channel, and ask, hey, can anyone review my code? Maybe one of the mentors can jump in. If Precious is available, he can jump in. Maybe I will jump in and review your code. Um, in the next iteration, we are planning to build a code reviewer, AI based, but that's not done yet. But you definitely tap onto the community. Say, hey, I'm trying to push this pull request to the repository. Could you please somebody review this code for me?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I
Does that
think.
answer your question? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go to the anonymous coder. Do you still have a question? Thank you. That will be the last question for today. Yeah.
Are there issues on web design?
On what?
Web design.
Yeah. So all issues are. How do I say this? All issues. So web design is being you design websites using JavaScript, HTML, CSS, right? Even Python. So there are issues on those languages. Yeah. And then of course, yes. So you can go to a project and then what they've created is that our navbar breaks and then we are trying that is an issue making navbar, so you can decide to go and fix that. That is a web design problem.
I didn't see anything on Rails, Ruby on Rails.
Melanja, I think we have some projects on Ruby on Rails, right? We added one yesterday, I am sure. So we
Yeah,
have some.
we should have search with Ruby. Have you done that?
I searched Rails. I didn't see Rails. I only saw Ruby.
That's tricky.
So Rails is a framework, right? So you just
Yes.
want to contribute to the Rails framework?
Yes.
Uh, you guys are making life difficult. Okay, so let's search with Rails real time. Is our search okay? Ruby on Rails, Rails. Yay! Here are some Ruby on Rails issues for you.
Okay, but it's not in internship selected projects.
Oh yeah,
This
yeah.
is
Yeah, okay, I got your confusion. Let me paste the link here. We need to make our URLs readable. Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
okay.
The think of this: the projects that we recommended in the internship is our preferred mode. We recommend those projects for you, but you could say, you know what, I don't like your recommendations. I only want to contribute to Rails. Um, sure, we will allow that because Rails is part of our system. If you push any pull request in Rails, we will recognize it.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, all right. Thank you very much, everyone. This has been like a very important session. Um,
I
so
have
I believe we all.
another question when you're finished.
Okay, Kai. Go on, Kai.
At the end of the internship, what do we get?
Uh,
Hi, is Maramaref, are you still here? I don't know if she's still here. Hi,
so,
Are you still here?
Washu can, yeah.
Okay, okay, go on, yeah.
So, I mean, you you'll get tremendous experience. I don't know how better way to explain that. Uh, I think that experience gonna become super valuable for you. So that's one you'll get. Another thing you'll get is that you'll get a certificate from us that you have completed this internship, a 4 week successful internship. A special badge gonna get added to your profile, which is kind of exclusive. Only people who complete get that badge. And potential recommendations from us or the team in different paid internship opportunities.
Okay, thank you. Can we share ideas in the cohort group in case you don't understand anything?
Yes, 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 you can.
Okay,
Oh,
thank you.
absolutely. Yeah.
All right. So, guys, thank you very much for coming out. I want to talk about the mentorship. Yeah, before we go. So we have mentors. If you go to Discord, I created a new role yesterday called mentors role. So when you go, just when you look at if you're on your laptop, when you look at um, members, you're going to see different people. You're going to see core team, which is where you're going to see people like Nilanjan, Tobiloba, and every other person in the core team, right? The devs are there, the designers are there too, right? So, but then apart from the core team, you're going to see mentors. That's the other role that we have. So, on the mentors role, we are going to see some of the mentors. So when they're online, you're going to see them. They're going to be different when they're online, right? And their color is blue. So you can reach out to the mentors, or you can ask a question in the cohort 2 channel and tag any mentor that you want to ask that question to, right?
Okay, thank
So
you. Wow.
yeah, so we are going to, and our mentors are, big people, of course, so they might not always be available, right?
Can you
But
please reiterate? Can you please reiterate this mentor part? Like I really missed like understanding the process.
yeah, so what I said is that we have mentors, right? And when you go to your Discord, the mentors, their name are on blue, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Correct, correct.
Yeah. Yeah. So any when you want to have a question and you have a particular mentor that you want to ask it, when you ask that question, just tag any mentor that you want to answer, help you answer that question, right?
Okay,
So
okay.
just tag the mentor, and the mentor is going to like help you resolve that. But then we all are there, and then anytime you drop a question, we and all the mentors are also going to answer the question even before you start tagging the mentors. But just so you know who the mentors are, we have them there. I also, the other thing I would like to encourage is that you all can also form like a group within yourself just to help yourselves. That way you are also going to form like a community within the community. For example, I saw someone ask a question and say, oh, what if I don't know JavaScript, right? So when you pick up an issue, you can decide to connect, let's say Jeffrey, or you can decide to connect with Kyle, and you guys come together and you solve that question. All you need to do is just like drop, a message in the cohort too. So it's open for everybody just to drop a message, and then you will, I am sure we are all going to like, and people will just come up, and then you can, we had people do something like that. We had Ayo and Maramero resolving issues. We had like a lot of people resolving issues by themselves, during the last cohort. So you guys should, take advantage of that. Yeah, so the other very important thing that might happen is the situation where you make a pull request and that pull request don't get merged. Remember, our system only reads merge request, right? So that is where the option of contributing to one project comes up. So this is, for example, you contribute to a particular issue and then that issue was not merged. Now, if that issue is not merged, our platform is not going to track it. It's not going to know that you've done that particular week task. But then let's say you contribute to 3 or 4 repositories in one week, or 3 or 4 issues in one week, and then let's say one out of the three gets merged, automatically you get moved to the next week, right? So, but then if it doesn't get merged, there are a couple of things that you can do. Try to contribute to another issue. That is one. The second thing you can also do is for you to try to reach out to the maintainers. Now, reaching out to the maintainers is very, very important, like that you try to do that, because reaching out to the maintainers is you telling the maintainers that, oh, okay, I'm part of this project, I'm contributing to this project, I am, here to make your project better. And then that can open up doors of opportunities for you, right? So yeah, also the other one is that if you're having any issues with your Discord dashboard, there is, if you go to your, let me share my screen. Ah, so people are still trying to join the call. Okay, let me share my screen to explain this. So on Discord, where's my Discord? Why can't I see you? So yeah, on Discord, right? So if you come to Discord, you're going to see cohorts too. Sorry, my Discord is a little bit messed up. Yeah, I have a bunch of channels that you guys are not seeing. So guys, can you see my screen? Can you see my
Yes,
screen?
yes, we can. Yes.
Good, good, good. So now, if you go to cohorts on your Discord, you're going to see a discussion channel called cohorts 2. And I've created a question here. I've asked a question here called cohorts 2 issues. So when you come here, you drop all your questions. If you have any questions, let's say my street cred is reducing, you will drop. This is just a sample of question. Why? Right? Just drop it here. Our engineers are going to pick it up from here because they're also like monitoring the stream to see if anyone has an issue. So this is like a very seamless way for you to report any technical issues, anything that you think that, oh, okay, this is technical, it seems like a bug, or maybe the page is not loading from your on your own end, or maybe something is not happening. Or just drop it here. We are going to track it and we're going to resolve it timely, like quickly. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's like the last thing I want to talk about. Does someone have a question again? Okay, I don't think that.
Yes.
Ozen,
How often do we meet for this type of meetup, or is this the first and the last?
every Friday we meet every Friday. Yeah, so every Friday, this Friday we are supposed to meet. Yeah. So if you look at the dashboard, yeah, the link to the meeting is there. So yeah, okay, do you have a question? Okay.
Yeah, hello.
Okay, yeah, wait, go on. Hello. All right. I think yeah, 3 p.m.
Hello,
like
good
the 3
afternoon.
p.m. East African time. Yes.
Please, I have
All
a
right.
question. Good afternoon.
Okay, go on, go on, go on.
Yeah, my name is Ade. Just a quick question, please. The 4 weeks, is it when is it starting? Is it a real life timer? And what happens if you probably skip a week? Like, let's say for example, now I decide not to do anything this week, and I want to start next week. Am I still going to start from week one, or it automatically takes me to two?
So here's the thing. We understand that it's the because of the Christmas, we are even thinking of maybe giving break or something like that. But then, anytime it starts, is going to be week one for you. So if you complete week one today, week two is going to open up for you automatically. So if you decide not to do anything this week, next week is going still going to be week one for you. And then once you finish week one, week two can start for you. I think we even had someone getting to week three in 1 week, right, during the last time, which is fine by us. So you own your own learning at your own discretion, at your own process.
All right, thank you very much. That answered me.
Yeah. All right. All right, guys. Thank you very much for coming out. We really appreciate. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the internship. You learn a lot, and I hope to see you at the end. Like, I really hope to see you guys at the end of the internship. Yeah. So before we go, just use the reaction and drop any of the emojis there. You can drop confetti or clap. All right. Anyone, thank you. If you enjoyed the call, thank you very much, everyone, for coming out. I really appreciate. Bye bye and enjoy the rest of your day. I wish I can play music for you guys. Oh, I need to fix. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. Good luck.
Thank
Good
you.
luck.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, bye bye.